Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how to make Gemista. This is the stuffed tomato version. You're going to need 7 tomatoes, you want the big ones, and cut the cap and then as carefully as you can scoop out the flesh and set it aside because we'll use that to make our sauce with. Try not to pierce the tomato because it will open up when it's cooking in the oven, as one of mine did, but it's okay. This is what I mean, because I've cut that a little bit where I shouldn't have. When it cooks it will open up, but don't worry too much. Then we have the tomato pulp and we are going to blitz that to make a sauce. So add the tomatoes to the blender and 7 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. I also added one of the tomatoes because I had too many for my tray, and give that a good blitz. Set that aside, and then for the rice, it's 1 tablespoon per tomato, so I'm using 7 tablespoons. I wash my rice and I'm using long grain. Some people would insist you use short grain or risotto rice, but for this I prefer long grain. I like the mouth texture better. But if you want to use short grain or risotto rice, then go ahead. Add the washed rice to a bowl and add 5 spring onions, which you've finely diced and cleaned because they're very dirty. Then for the herbs, I have 2 tablespoons of dill, 6 tablespoons of parsley and 6 tablespoons of mint. Some people don't like dill, but I really think the dill gives it something special. Add those into the bowl and 1 clove of diced garlic. Then I add about half a teaspoon of oregano and half a teaspoon of cinnamon, because you know cinnamon's my favourite and it goes in everything. Then a teaspoon of salt, as much black pepper as you want, and the juice of half a lemon. Then add half the tomato mixture and give everything a good mix. Then get your tray ready and line it with some of the tomato mixture. You can see mine still has a bit of pulp in it, but it really doesn't matter because it will cook down. Then put the tomatoes into the tray and you want to add about 1 tablespoon to 1.5 tablespoons of the mixture. This would probably be all some people add, but I like mine to come out of the top and just look very rustic, and so I add 1.5 tablespoons, and then when I finish loading all the tomatoes I go back and add whatever mixture is left to it. It doesn't matter to me that they're gonna overspill, so that's what I do. But if you want, you can just add the mixture around the tray rather than adding more to the tomato. And then I put whatever tomato I have left on top of the tomatoes. And because I had a little bit more, I added it on top of the tomatoes as well. And then drizzle that with some more extra virgin olive oil and some salt and pepper. And loosely cover with greaseproof parchment paper and tin foil. And the reason I loosely cover it is because I don't take it off during cooking like some people. So this way it would still wrinkle, as you can see. And I cook these on 170°C fan for 1.5 hours, but check it after about 1 hour because every oven is different. And as you can see, I was just pointing, some of these did split, but it really doesn't matter. It's the way the dish is. It happens sometimes it doesn't. I overfill mine, so it's always going to happen. And then I'm just going to show you. So this one, I'm picking up the split one, so it's not going to look perfect here, but it's just to show you that using the long grain rice, I find, keeps it more separate, and for me that's more enjoyable. Also, I forgot to say, leave these for 1 hour at least before you start eating them. I hope you enjoy this, and I'll see you next time.